Good evening. My name is Zakara. I'll be testifying for you. I can think back to freshman year in high school, 14 years old, doing whatever I want, living however I wanted, just being exposed to so much in high school. You tend to start acting out. And that's what I did. I acted out with the wrong people, the wrong time, the wrong place. It took a lot out of me. I started acting up to the point where I just ran away from home. My mother told me if I wanted to act up and I didn't want to go to school and get good grades, I couldn't live at home. So to me, I took it as a challenge. I didn't go home. I ran away. Called my grandmother 2 days later, told her I wanted to live with her. She took me in, but she said there's 2 rules. You gotta respect me. You gotta go to church every Sunday. I didn't because, hey, that's my grandmother. But it was sort of like pulling teeth with me every Sunday morning when it came to getting up, going to church. And I did it. But I was just doing it just to please others. Till one Sunday morning, I was sitting in Bible study. And I was just like, I can't do for others no more. I got to start doing for me. And I walked up to the pastor and I told the pastor, I'm ready to get baptized. And I did that October 4th, 2008. I got baptized. And I was just so dedicated. I never thought I'd be dedicated to the house of the Lord a day in my life. But I was so dedicated. I worked hard. Received the Holy Ghost 45 days later. Wow. Thanksgiving, actually, received the Holy Ghost. And I was just overjoyed. I was like, I understand now. This felt so good, speaking in tongues. You really can't explain the feeling behind it. It's like you got to experience it for yourself. Having that one-on-one conversation with God is mind-blowing. It really changes your outlook on everything. And I don't I don't even remember till this day, but I spoke in tongues for so long because I just had so much to get out. It was so much on my mind, on my chest, and nobody would understand me the way God would understand me. And I just sat there and I cried and I spoke in tongues. When God, his ears were open, they were listening to all of my cries. Because that night, I let out a lot of cries. I definitely did. And that was a big experience for me. That was a big step for me in life in general. I definitely do appreciate those that were around me. Evangelists, my grandmother, pastor, bishop, deacons. They were really there and they were cheering me on. Come to church. Got involved with the choir, soprano. But it was a good feeling. It really was. And I wish we can just explain to others that feeling that you get, that Holy Ghost feeling. I mean, it does so much for you. And you tend to not want to keep it to yourself. For once, mankind does not want to keep something to thyself. We want to share that experience, that moment of truth of this is it. He's here. His presence right now is here. So I just encourage anybody that's going through something. I was at my lowest point. I was only 14, but most kids, they get baptized around 7 or 8. Me on the other hand, I waited till I was 14. So it's never too late. It's never too late. Go out, reach out to others. You never know what someone is going through until you ask them, how is your day? How are you doing? You'll be surprised what their answer is and what comes out of their mouth. Maybe they're just waiting for someone to ask them, how's their day? But be encouraged.